Yeah? I've lost my wife. That is what he's actually he's thinking. He's not thinking of the cabbage that was overcooked. He's not thinking of the mashed peas and potatoes. That's not what he's thinking. So keeping the main thing is very important. And the children of Israel should have done that, should have kept the main thing, that they cried to God to deliver them from the Egypt. And for God was taking them into Canaan. Whether there is food or not, the miracles that God had already performed should have instructed them to keep a focus of praise. What Jesus, our type of the bronze serpent, did on the cross was offer us spiritual redemption for free. Today, God continues to tell us the same thing, that we look and live, lest we be bitten by the fiery snakes and die. The things we face daily are enough to drown us, to choke us, to suffocate us, and to eventually take us out. But when we look at Christ and gaze intently, not still a glance, but gaze intently without wavering, we shall live. The Bible says, whoever will look at the bronze serpent, and in this case our type is Jesus Christ, we shall live. We look at Jesus Christ for salvation. You know, we became sinners by a single look. The Bible tells us in the book of Genesis that when Eve was walking in the garden, she looked. What did she do? She just looked. And the Bible says she saw the fruit was good for food. She just looked. It was by a single look that we all got ourselves into trouble. Right there, we were in big problem. And in a similar manner, we are saved by a single look. The Bible says in the book of Isaiah 45:22, let all the world look, gaze intently, look at me for salvation, for I am the God and there is no other. By a single look, we are sinners, and by a single look, we are saved. It is in the moment of looking that Nicodemus lost the futility of religion as a Pharisee. By gazing at Christ, we find abundant life. We find love and acceptance. We stop wandering. Our minds are settled and our souls are anchored by a single look. I love Jesus for that. By a single look and living, God takes care of our daily living. You see, salvation, yes, is instantaneous, but there is a process of living as a believer. But every day in our falling, in our rising, in our struggles, in our whatever, in all that, Christ is in our life, in our daily living. He's interested. The Christian continues to live by looking. The Bible says in the book of Hebrews chapter 12, therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, thank you for the light, let us lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking, I don't know in Greek what it is called because this is New Testament, but looking, the same word, at Jesus, the founder and the perfecter of our faith. Life is not predictable. There are ups and downs along the way. When times are good, trusting God can seem like a very easy thing. But when times are difficult, it is even important to trust God. Life can be going on smoothly for a season. Your job is satisfying. Your friends and family are enjoyable. Your goals and finances, health and outlook seems bright. Then all of a sudden, life throws a curveball. Someone you know gets sick. You lose a job. A family member or friend betrays you. The things you felt so secure in, all of a sudden, feels shaky and uncertain. It is in those moments that we are told to trust God even more. But unfortunately, we don't. To trust God, and I feel the Lord saying that today, this morning, that we trust Him. To trust God means to trust in His reliability, that He is a strong anchor. It is to trust in His word. It is to trust in His ability, and it is to trust in His strength. Many times we do not trust. We vent. We like vent of getting things out of our life that we do not trust God or His provision.